This is the night where our stars do come out to shine.
Out-hustle. Out-work. Out-think. Out-play. Outlast.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming to celebrate with us tonight. How good does it feel to be here in person? Tell me. Isn't it fabulous? Can you believe it's been 3 years since we've been here to be able to celebrate like this? This is your night, athletes and families. Enjoy it. It's our privilege and honor to be able to cover you high school athletes and tell your stories. And this is about you. We're here to honor you. And I'm just so happy we're here in person. And before I get too carried away, I want to introduce our MC, Mr. Michael Smith, who is the very renowned announcer for the LSU gymnastics team. And this is where I tell Michael it's go time.
Thank you so much, Robin Fambro. Is there any better storyteller of high school sports anywhere in this nation that works at the Advocate in Baton Rouge under the byline of Robin Fambro, ladies and gentlemen? What an honor. What an honor that it has been to know her all of these years and to work with her on this event along with the Advocate staff. It absolutely is an honor, because the Advocate has the honor of telling the stories of the Baton Rouge area's top student athletes. This is the 36th year for the Star of Stars. During that time, we have honored a wide range of athletes who have gone on to excel in none other than the Olympics, the National Football League, the NBA, the WNBA, Major League Baseball, and professional golf. In fact, last month, Derek Stingley Jr., who many of us in this room know and starred at the Dunham School, was the 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft. He was sitting where some of you are sitting tonight when this event was last held live in 2019. You know, Baton Rouge is a sports town. There is no doubt about it. It is through and through. It is in our culture. It is in our DNA. And you know, the best thing about all of that, in my vantage point, and that is you high school athletes that are here tonight, that we are here to honor. You are our greatest resource. At this time, we want to also thank our many sponsors that are showing on the screen behind me tonight. Without each of you, it would not be possible to have an event such as this. Sold out tonight inside L'Auberge Hotel and Casino in Baton Rouge. What an event we're going to have. Before we get started with our awards tonight, it's my honor to introduce our special guest speaker, none other than Cam Jordan of the New Orleans Saints. There he is, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Cam is a 3-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowl selection, played in 11 seasons for the New Orleans Saints. His wife, Nikki, was a McDonald's All-American basketball player at Rutgers University. And Nikki and Cam are the proud parents of 4 children. He's active in his community and in many charity efforts, and he comes from a deep football family. In fact, his father, Steve, played 13 seasons in the NFL. Cam, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be with us and all of these tremendous student athletes here tonight. We are delighted to share this stage with you. Welcome. And with big names on the stage, we expect big tweets tonight. So take out those phones. You're going to go to Twitter. We have a tweet wall, I'm told, that's sponsored by Cox. Feel free to join in throughout the night. All the photos that you take are going to be posted. Don't forget to add that hashtag AdvocateStars. and it'll make its way onto our Twitter wall. Now at this time, we'd like to ask C.J. Patton, our sales general manager from Jerry Lane Cadillac, to join us on stage to help kick off our festivities tonight. Jerry Lane Cadillac is the sponsor of our Fall and Winter Sports Award. Welcome to the stage, C.J.
Hi, I'm CJ Patton, General Manager at Jerry Lane Cadillac in Baton Rouge. On behalf of our team, I would like to congratulate all the outstanding athletes being honored tonight. Your hard work and competitive drive inspires us every day. We are proud to sponsor the Fall and Winter Sports Star Award. Athletes, tonight is your night. Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride in a Cadillac. Yes, indeed. Thank you, CJ, and thank you, Jerry Lane Cadillac, for all that you do for us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the star of stars for the 2021 fall sports season. They are all excelled individually while also setting the tone for their respective teams. Our first winner tonight made his second season as a varsity starter a banner year. He led his team to a #1 ranking in the regular season, a perfect 15-0 record, and led the LHSAA's Class 5A title for his team. He was voted the outstanding offensive player on both the LSWA's Class 5A All-State team and the Advocates All-Metro team. He passed for 3,228 yards and 30 touchdowns, and also rushed for 518 yards and another 14 touchdowns. With the assistance of Mr. Rod Walker joining me here from the Advocate, the star of stars for football, Eli Holstein of Zachary. Congratulations, Eli. Not all athletes can impact every phase of the match the way our next winner did. She led her team to a runner-up finish in Division I for the second straight year. It was the highest finish for any local team in 2021. She was voted the outstanding player on the All-Metro team for Divisions I, II, and on offense she had 291 kills and defensively finished with 382 digs. She is a Southeastern Louisiana University signee, the star of stars for volleyball, Grace Toller of St. Joseph's Academy. Congratulations, Grace. Now we move on to cross country. Our girls winner overcame injuries and illness while helping her team win a 6th consecutive Class 5A title in Natchitoches. She was voted the outstanding runner on the All-Metro team selected by local and area coaches. Her season highlights included running the Baton Rouge area's top 3-mile time of 17 minutes, 47.9 seconds at the Metro meet. She is an LSU signee, the star of stars for girls cross country, Maddie Kate Gardner of St. Joseph's Academy. "17 minutes 47.9, or otherwise known as how long it takes me to get out of bed in the morning. And she's already run 3 miles. Congratulations, Maddie Kate. Our boys cross-country winner certainly made the most of his senior season. It started with a victory in the first race of the year, Episcopal's Round Table Run. He also ran his best 3-mile time of the season, 15 minutes 10.1 seconds at the Class 5A Region 2 meet, 1 week after he ran a 5:11 at the Metro meet. He placed 8th in Class 5A at the LHSAA meet in Natchitoches, and he was selected as the outstanding runner on the All-Metro team. The star of stars for boys cross country, Caleb Ackman of Zachary. Congratulations, sir. A mic drop in swimming? Well, that does sound a little dangerous, doesn't it? But that is essentially what our two winners accomplished last fall. Our girls' winner was selected as outstanding swimmer in her final meet, which was the LHSAA's Division III meet. She beat the next closest competitor in the 50 free by nearly a second with a winning time of 24 and 61 tenths. Then won the 100 freestyle in similar fashion with a time of 53.69. She was also selected the outstanding swimmer on the CCSL's All-Metro Girls Squad. And that leads us to the Star of Stars for girls swimming, Abigail Gibson of Episcopal. Congratulations, Abigail. Our boys' winner set records throughout the fall and was also the outstanding swimmer on the CCSL's All-Metro Boys Squad. He not only had the Capital City Swim League's top times in 4 events, he posted All-American times in 4. His 200 free time of 1 minute 37.91 set an LHSAA composite record for all classes. He set a CCSL record by winning the 100 fly in 49.43 seconds and set another CCSL record in the 100 backstroke, 49.48 seconds. The Georgia Tech signee's 100 free time of 45.08 was an All-American mark. For our Star of Stars for boys swimming, Christopher Richardson of University High. Way to go. Next up are our winter sports, which saw Baton Rouge area teams and individuals increase and elevate their level of play to even greater heights. It does not get any better than perfection, and that is what our wrestling star achieved. After missing 2 weeks of his junior season due to COVID protocols, he made the most of every opportunity he has had as a senior. He finished with a perfect 36-0 record on the mat while competing in the 145-pound weight class. His key accomplishments included a first-place finish at the prestigious Louisiana Classic and a first-place finish in the Division I tournament LHSAA style. He compiled a career record, get this, 124 wins, 25 losses. The Star of Stars for wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, is Raiden Ingram of Live Oak. Congratulations, Raiden. Soccer was the second winter sport to decide its champions. Our first winner led her team to the school's first title game appearance in soccer history that spans nearly 40 years. She was an attacking midfielder who finished with 18 goals and 11 assists for a squad that finished as the Division I runner-up. She also was voted overall MVP of Division I and II All-Metro teams selected by local area coaches and was an LSCA All-State selection. The Star of Stars for girls soccer, Grace Ann Crafassi of St. Joseph's Academy. Congratulations again. The boys soccer player we honor has been one of Baton Rouge area's top players for multiple seasons. He was selected as Division I District III overall MVP and the Division I-II All-Metro MVP for the second consecutive year. Despite taking on more of a defensive role, he was still tallying on the field, get this, 27 goals and 12 assists while leading his team all the way to the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. The star of stars for boys soccer for the second straight year, and yes, we're excited to honor him in person this time, Axel Agurcia of Denham Springs. Congratulations, sir. Well done. You will find no richer tradition in America of high school basketball than right here in Baton Rouge. We'll put it up against any city, any state, anywhere with our basketball tradition. And it continues with two players that we honor here tonight. Our girls winner became more of a facilitator for her team, and it paid huge dividends. She led her team to a #1 ranking in Class 5A and a berth in the LHSAA tournament semifinals in Hammond. She averaged 14.8 points, 4.2 boards, 4.1 assists, and she is now an All-Metro MVP, a two-time MVP of District 4 5A, and a two-time All-State selection as a junior. The star of stars for girls basketball, Caitlin Travis of Walker. The boys player we are honoring led his team to its second straight Class 5A title in impressive fashion. He averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists per game while proving to critics that he can play inside and out, along with having the ability to create his own shot. He also was the District 4 5A MVP, the outstanding player in the Class 5A title game, the All-Metro MVP, and the MVP of the LSWA's Class 5A All-State team. He is a University of Louisiana at Monroe signee, the star of stars for boys basketball, Jalen Bolden of Zachary. Congratulations, Jalen. Okay, these are some of my favorites. How strong can high school athletes be? Anybody can take a quick guess? Very strong. Our two powerlifting stars provide awfully good examples to us tonight. The girls' winner set records throughout her junior season while also competing in indoor and outdoor track at the same time. She competed in Division I in the 165-pound weight class and was an outstanding lifter at the LHSAA championship meet held in Monroe. She had a total lift, this is the punchline, total lift, 1,085 pounds. And it included a deadlift of 440 pounds and a bench press of 255 pounds, and I'm worn out just thinking about it. The star of stars for girls powerlifting, Jaden Jackson of Zachary. The boys' winner also is a junior who was just as dominant. He competed in the 275-pound weight class in Division I and finished the LHSA Ace Championships with a total lift that was 100 pounds better than the second-place finisher. His total lift, 1,700 pounds even, with a squat lift of 710 pounds, a deadlift of 690 pounds, to complete the first winter season in which he just solely focused on powerlifting. The star of stars for boys powerlifting, Central's Caden Lang. Congratulations, Caden. Keep on lifting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a very quick commercial break before we move into the next portion of our program.
School is changing, and Cox is committed to keeping your family connected. If you have a K-12 student and receive government assistance, you may be eligible for fast, reliable, and affordable internet from Cox, with free access to Cox Wi-Fi hotspots. Connect with Cox and keep them connected. For program details, visit cox.com/connect to compete.
We're process operators, instrument techs, millwrights. Exxon can teach you how to grow as a person in your field every day right here in Baton Rouge.
Weikert is a place of just home. It's a comfort. It is a place where we continue to grow, where I can be myself.
If you're looking for the realtor that's going to be in your corner and fight like a bulldog for you, Jewel Fourier and Weikert Realtors. That's the group you want to go to. Great at negotiating and great at getting the deal done and making sure that the house that you find is the right fit for you and your family.
If you're considering real estate, I have an open door. I'd love to talk to you.
Thank you to each and every one of our sponsors who helped make tonight possible. Before we introduce the winner of the Courage Award, we have a special message from the sponsor of our Courage Award, the National Guard, represented tonight by Sergeant First Class David M. Thompson. Sergeant, we welcome you to please come forward.
To the Advocate coaching staff, honorees, and families, good evening. I'd like to thank you all for providing us with the privilege to speak to you on behalf of the Louisiana Army National Guard. I have served in many capacities within the Guard, but my most fulfilling role has always been that of a leader. The Army defines leadership as the act of influencing people by providing purpose, direction, and motivation to accomplish the mission and better the organization. Being a leader isn't easy, and you all haven't traveled an easy road to this point. So again, I'd like to state what an honor it is to be able to celebrate your successes. Through all that you have triumphed, from COVID to natural disasters, you all have been able to persevere, continuing on to victory over adversity. Leadership is a road traveled that many do not have the discipline to navigate. And as you make this journey, I'd like you to know two things. Number one, leadership is not based on your following. Oftentimes, the allure of being a leader is based on who's following. Your leadership is 100% based on your ability to commit to the hard right instead of the lackadaisical wrong. Number two, leadership is not indissoluble. In order for leaders to arise, there are key elements that must be present: a leader, the led, and the situation. You will either be the leader or led in any given situation. Your understanding of your role will play a great deal into how successful you'll be. I'll leave you with a quote from General Colin Powell. The most important thing is that soldiers watch what their leaders do. You can give them classes and lecture them forever, but it is your personal example they will follow. And in closing, be the example and be the leader that you needed in those hard times. Thank you. Once again, good evening.
Thank you, Sergeant Thompson, and thank you for your service to our country. We appreciate you and all who serve. When he was a young boy, our winner wanted to play football. An early diagnosis of hemophilia ended those dreams. But the diagnosis and a regimen of regular injections did not end his desire to excel in sports. Listen to his story here.
They knew I had hemophilia from birth. Growing up, dealing with it wasn't the easiest, but my family made sure that I didn't have to really worry about it myself. Like I wasn't dealing with it by myself on my own.
To watch him grow from where he started to where he is now, it's rewarding and it's refreshing. It's one of the reasons why I do what I do.
Just watching him on that court, just watching him go as hard as he do with his condition that he have, it's amazing. And I love it.
Percy's probably one of the only hemophiliacs in the country that plays a contact sport. And to be able to do it at the level that he does it is definitely inspiration to the other kids. It's inspiration to me as well.
I have no excuses. He's doing this, he's pushing through, so why not? Why can't I push through?
When I'm down, he picks me up, and when I'm not doing well, he keeps me going.
I think my drive for the game, not only just for me, but for other kids as well who may be going through something that's not just hemophilia, but other things that they may have be going through, and for them to see somebody that's going through something similar to what they're going through could inspire them to go be great or do something that they really want to do.
He never was upset. I never seen him cry and fall apart. Percy was always consistent as a young man, and I think that's what's going to take Percy a long way in life, is he's very consistent.
Don't let it be an excuse for you not to do something. Don't let it be an excuse to stop you from anything. I say use it as a motivation to do it. Use it as a motivation to show other people. Do it. Don't be afraid because you have something going on.
He grew up to be not only 6'9", but also one of Louisiana's top basketball players. He led his school to the Class 3A titles the last 2 seasons, and as a senior, averaged 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 5.6 block shots per game. Last month, he signed with Tulane. Please welcome the Courage Award winner, Percy Daniels of Madison Prep. I might also mention that this young man is also an honor student. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our Courage Award winner, Percy Daniels. Before we present the Spirit Award, we ask that Tara Bazil, Environmental First Line Supervisor for ExxonMobil, the award sponsor, to please join us on stage.
Our employees proudly dedicate their time and energy to mentor local students. At ExxonMobil Baton Rouge, we honor the drive, the determination, and the energy that will keep them moving forward. Congratulations to all of tonight's honorees.
What does school spirit mean? Well, it's defined in a variety of ways by individuals and the schools they attend. Watch and listen to what our Spirit Award winner has to say about staying involved with his alma mater.
One thing I remember vividly about Byron, football, a lot of the practice, some of the games are in the heat of the summer and early fall. Most players and some coaches are dealing with the weather, some of us better than others. And then this big, tall wide receiver over there standing there, everybody has sweat dripping off of him, and Byron's got a big smile on his face. He carried that with him all the way, practice, games, tough times. Byron was just led by example.
Byron made things happen. In track, football, same thing. He was a born leader. We need more Byron Turners, and we need more people to understand if we get some more Byron Turners, we're gonna be all right.
It takes a team to have success in any organization, anything you're doing. I've had a lot of success in a short amount of time. I would not have been able to do that without Byron Turner. From Bel Air High School, we wouldn't have the uniforms we have, we wouldn't have the kids fed, we wouldn't have necessities without Byron Turner.
My role at the school is just simple. I just want to be a servant, provide whatever assistance that I can. Selfishly, I think my favorite memory is being able to get in the press box and being an announcer. That's something I've never done. You have to be careful what you ask for. I said that whatever you all ever need me to do, I'm willing to do, and the fact that they asked me to do so at a critical game, was a highlight. Playing high school sports taught me to be a team player. I thought it was very important, especially with the coaching staff that we had, that instilled in us to be, true men. I can tell you, I am the man I am today primarily because of those individuals as well as others at the school. And I knew that if I can at least do a little of what they did in my life, then hopefully I can impact the next Byron Turner.
Well, as you heard, it was his experiences as both a student and three-sport athlete that keep our winner coming back to Bel Air High again and again. He's an enthusiastic supporter and fundraiser for the school's athletic programs, but he gives back by spending countless hours on campus mentoring students alike while helping faculty and administrators. There is no truer set of words spoken than what you heard in that video, and that this world does need more Byron Turners, our Spirit Award winner. Congratulations. God bless you for all that you do, Byron, not only for Bel Air, but the entire Baton Rouge community. And our hope is that more volunteers will step up and follow your example and give back to the schools the way that you do. Thank you once again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our spring sports sponsor, Alzheimer Services. And they unfortunately were not able to be with us tonight, but we do thank them for all of their support throughout this awards season and program. The 2021-2022 sports seasons ended with some dynamic individual performances and fabulous team finishes this spring. Bowling was the first spring sport to decide its LHSAA championships, and the competitors that we honor here tonight represent the best of the best. The girls' competitor had one of the Baton Rouge area's top regular season per game averages, but in the postseason, she just took it to another level. After leading her team on a solid playoff run, she won the LHSAA's prestigious singles competition with a series score of 882. She rolled 2 games of 223 pins and had no score lower than 216. The star of stars for girls bowling, Cadence Cagnolati of Sanama. Congratulations once again, Cadence. It is fair to say, that no high school boys bowler had a better regular season than our winner. He set a Louisiana high school state record by averaging 238.38 pins per game while leading his team to the playoffs. Once the postseason began, there were yet more records to fall. He helped his team set a state record for the highest six-player scratch score. He also finished sixth in the LHSAA single competition. The star of stars for boys bowling, Preston West of Dutchtown. Congratulations again, Preston. Now we move on to the gymnastics. Both athletes we honor are first-time LHSAA individual champions, but they are certainly not newcomers to the sport. Our girls honoree led her team to a runner-up finish. She had an all-around score of 38.5 to claim top honors in level 8. She had the competition's top score of 9.6 on vaulting and was second on bars with a 9.80. Please welcome our star of stars for girls gymnastics, Bailey Bourgeois of Dutchtown. A combination of injuries and the pandemic kept our boys winner from making his LHSAA championship debut until his junior year. His debut was more than just a success. It was dominance. He won the level 10 all-around competition with a score of 73.7 even, outdistancing the rest of the field by a significant margin. Along the way, he posted top marks in 5 of 6 individual events. The star of stars for boys gymnastics, Cody Midbow of Walker. Each spring, it happens when local and area schools and individuals go to the LHSAA tennis tournament in Monroe and come home as champions. Our girls tennis star offers a unique spin. She was voted the top individual metro player by local coaches, but did not compete in the singles. Instead, she scored more points by competing in doubles and worked with a teammate to finish perfectly 12-0 as her team won the Division I title. The star of stars for girls tennis, Ann Scott Guglielmo of St. Joseph's Academy. Next up, we honor a boys tennis player who is a 2-time LHSAA singles champion who also helped his school achieve success throughout his career. As a senior, this University of Redlands signee answered every singles challenge that he was faced. He finished with a spotless 12-0 record and won a regional title before claiming a second LHSAA Division IV singles title in Monroe. His efforts helped the Tigers finish as the Division IV boys runner-up. The star of stars for boys tennis, Michael Dudley of the Dunham School. Now we move on to golf, where our winners also add to a proud legacy of success. Our girls' winner is a freshman who already established herself among the elite high school players in the entire state. She won her second straight Metro Tourney title with a 3 under 69. She led all golfers with a regular season average of 2.1 strokes under par. And she placed fourth in the LHSAA's Division II tournament earlier this month. Please welcome our star of stars for girls golf for back-to-back seasons, and yes, this time in person, Sophia Macias of Episcopal. Congratulations again. Winning an LHSAA boys golf title is something plenty of people talk about. Achieving it is a lot easier said than done. This senior completed that feat in dramatic fashion. Get this, he ranked among the top leaders for regular season average and carded a 66 to place second at his school's regional tournament. The Wake Forest signee made a huge Day 2 charge and won the Division III title by winning a one-hole playoff. He finished with a 139 over the tournament. Accepting on his behalf tonight is his coach, Randy Richard, because the star of stars of boys golf is Boyd Owens of Episcopal. In order to become one of Baton Rouge's top track performers, you have to run with some really fast company. Our two winners did just that. It was a season of success and validation. She was voted the outstanding performer in Division I indoors and Class 5A outdoors. She ran the state's top times in her hurdle events to help her school claim its first 5A girls outdoor track title. She won the 100-meter hurdles in 13:92 and the 300 in 42:93, which set a new 5A state record. Her 400 meters leg of 55.5 on the 4x400 relay helped wrap up the title for her school. Welcome to the stage, the star of stars for girls track and field, Makiria Harris of Scotlandville. Our boys winner played a key role in his team's march to its first LHSAA Class 5A outdoor title since 2019. He won the 800 meters in impressive fashion with a time of 1 minute, 54.97 seconds at the LHSAA meet earlier this month at LSU. He also has the Baton Rouge area's top time of 46.90 in the 400 and placed second in that event at the LHSAA state meet. Our winner also anchored the winning 4x400 relay that completed the team title effort and was part of a school record on the 4x800 relay earlier this season. He's going to go real quick across this stage because he is the star of stars for boys track and field, Winston DeQueer of Catholic High. Now we move on to our final two individual sports stars. Let's start with softball, where our winner led her school to its second Class 5A title in 4 years by leading in virtually every category. You ready? 30-2 in the circle, 325 strikeouts, 39 walks. That's like 10-1. She batted .526 with a school record 26 home runs and 53 RBIs. The junior tossed a perfect game and had a home run to net the Outstanding Player honors in the 5A title game. Her team ended the season with a 26-game winning streak and is ranked in the top 10 in 2 national polls. The star of stars for softball, Addison A.J. Jackson of Santa Maria. And now, it is time to meet our honoree for baseball. He was voted the District 4 5A MVP and led his team to the Class 5A quarterfinals by excelling on the mound and at the plate. As a pitcher, he was 10-4 with a 1.57 ERA and 124 strikeouts in 80 1/3 innings. He typically faced his team's top opponent, as you would imagine, and he was equally efficient and relentless at the plate, batting .422 with 29 RBIs. He had 9 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 round trippers. He's an LSU signee, and tonight he is our star of stars for baseball, DJ Primo of Central. Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those stars are impressive, are they not? We take a quick commercial break here to showcase our wonderful sponsors, and we'll be right back.
I'm CJ Patton. I'm the general manager here at Jerry Lane Cadillac, and I play football and I wrestle.
I'm Carla Diaz. I am a sales consultant, and I play soccer and I ran track.
Hi, I'm Alicia Jones, and I'm a sales consultant, and I was a dancer.
Hi, I'm Marsha Wallace, business manager, and I was a cheerleader.
Hi, I'm Jackie Price. I'm a sales consultant, and I played basketball.
Hi, I'm Hayden. I'm the business development coordinator, and I played football.
I'm Samantha Wickard. I'm a sales manager, and I played volleyball.
Our team at Jerry Lane Cadillac proudly supports all the teams recognized here tonight. Congratulations to all that were nominated and to all that compete each day.
Charlie's Place is an award-winning program for early to mid-stage Alzheimer's disease, providing cognitive stimulation and social interaction. We keep your loved ones active and engaged through purposeful activities that are tailored just for them. Our professional team gives caregivers a break while giving you peace of mind, all in a secure, home-like environment. To get more information on how we can help your family, contact Charlie's Place at 334-7494 or go online at alzbr.org.
Before we move on to the second part of our awards, we want to give our special guest speaker, Cam Jordan, a much-needed break, which he's taking right here to my right. And that will allow our columnists from The Advocate, Rod Walker, The Advocate Times-Picayune, NOLA.com, and he is going to facilitate a very special Q&A. Please welcome back to the stage Mr. Rod Walker and our guest of honor, Cam Jordan. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Rod, take it away.
we in Baton Rouge, so.
I feel like Kevin Hart up here, man, next to you.
Nah, he's probably got an inch on you.
This award show is getting bigger and bigger every year. We had Drew Brees, who is
So it's getting
6 feet
smaller and
tall.
smaller. I mean, you can't
Tyson
go Drew Brees
Hill.
and be like, hey, we got Cam Jordan.
Taysom Hill last year was 6'2", and then we got you that's 6'4". So I guess we get
Did you, first
Zion
of all,
Williamson
let's
next year.
start begin with. You just started off with Drew Brees at 6 foot.
Yeah, sure.
And then you went Taysom Hill at 6'2". All right, cool. But at least I'm 6'4". I mean.
So good luck topping this next year, y'all. But Cam, we've seen you all over. You're on TV, your playoff games, and
Isn't every Sunday game on TV?
no, I mean during the off season, you've been everywhere, but and you're spending time with your kids. How do you just juggle all of that?
I'm actually, from a circus family, so we juggle what? No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I've been blessed enough to not only be blessed and highly favored by the man above, to have two phenomenal parents growing up, but I sort of have like a blueprint for this, like I was able to watch my father work out 6 times a week, and he's like 60 or something like that. He's old now, and he still gets it in 6 times a week. Like, I have no excuse there. But growing up, I had a dad who played for the Minnesota Vikings for 13 years, 6 Pro Bowls deep, got his engineering degree from Brown University. So the standard has always been sort of high. I just try and match it. I joke around and say, it takes me and my brother to equal what my dad has done. My brother, of course, is in construction and engineer type, and I'm the football player, if you guys didn't catch that. And so, for that, it's just about, I wouldn't even say balancing, it's about being able to have fun and support and having a phenomenal supporting cast. I think my wife is probably underrated. She's like the offensive line nobody ever talks about, but, they're that important. And yes, that's a dig on anybody who plays offensive line. I do hate you guys. That being said, she does a phenomenal job, not only with dealing with whatever I'm doing and our 4 kids. She's the glue that keeps everything together. So I'm out here having fun. I get to go do kids camps. I'm dunking on kids in elementaries. I'm swatting, I'm swatting whatever it is. I'm able to do what I do because of her. So shout out to Nikki Jordan. She was Nikki Speed for a while, but then we took it over. Sorry, it wasn't a hyphen situation. It was a conglomerate takeover. I said, yo, are you joining the gang or are you not? And she, so that's just is what it is.
The big news this offseason, obviously, is Sean Payton deciding to retire. Give us your best Sean Payton story.
Sean P, he left us. Have you not got over the years how petty I am? Or we're just going?
That's why I asked the question.
Okay, Leon. All right. Sean has had a lot of isms in this world. He has dropped a lot of metaphors, or just tried to. My best is, once he finally retired, because I think he's probably just going to take 6 months off before heading to the Cowboys.
You all can boo here if you want to.
Right.
This is
that's the petty part of me. I'm sorry, I'm petty. It will never stop. No, I think, the best part is once he retired, I asked him how to spell situation. Because if you haven't heard, in our practice, we'll go through an entire, halfway through a practice, he'll bring us all up when we'll go through a special situation. And I've always wondered how to spell it. Phonetically speaking, situation. I thought there was a J in there, maybe a CH since we're in New Orleans. And he still never spelled it for me. He just sort of laughed it off. And I was like, but I'm serious though.
So what's the transition like going with Dennis Allen, a guy who's been your defensive coordinator for years, and what are you expecting that transition to be like for the team?
What do I expect from my D coordinator becoming a head coach? You give somebody who already controlled my life in terms of defense more power. What do I expect? More. I mean, seriously, when you think of defensive-minded head coaches, offensive guys get it, right? I'm not saying they're soft, but they're softer. In terms of conditioning, in terms of hitting, offensive guys are hey, we've had enough. I don't assume that's going to happen in DA's first 30 years of football. I'm expecting a lot more hitting. I'm not saying I'm looking forward to training camp because I'm looking forward to the season. We got to make it to the season. I think DA does a phenomenal job in what he has done as a D coordinator, so I'm excited. I trust him. I also know we're going to be in pads every day. There won't be those like, hey, you weren't in pads this week. We don't have to worry about that Green Bay situation, you know? Like, if you guys don't know, Green Bay is in pads like 7 days out of like a 30-day training camp. They're in Green Bay, so they have to give the guys something to be happy about. It just is what it is.
Hey, Cam, going back to your high school days, I mean, you've heard all the accomplishments here, but what's like something that just stood out from you from your days as an athlete in high school?
That I left it all behind. No? No, I mean, seriously.
What all did you play? What all sports did you play in high school?
Track. So, track, I'm a distance skate champion. Shot put, I'm trash at. You can't be great at everything. And I wasn't trash. I was like a 53-footer. That's not getting any points there. And then basketball, football, wrestling, tried out for a swim team, so major ups because I did not make it. I'm not swimming that much. I thought I was a swimmer. I'm a paddler is what I learned. I'm a wakeboarder. And then, you know, just in terms of sports, I love the idea of multiplicity. I love the idea that you can be who you want to be in high school. You guys have an immensely bright future ahead of you. And this idea where you compel yourself to say, hey, I'm only good at football or insert your sport or insert your whatever, doesn't really happen because at this point, whether you're 14 or 13 or in Louisiana 17 as a freshman, you literally have 4 years to figure it out. So whether it be the gambit of sports, go try something new. You don't know what you're going to be good at. Hell, you guys got bowling here. I don't even, like, I wish somebody was like, Cam, you want to be a bowler? Yes. It would have got me out of like summer football. Not that I know what season that is. I'm sorry. I just assumed.
And when you think back to your high school, is there a coach that sort of stands out to you, or just any coach in particular that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, the coaches that you don't actually know their names, you just call them like Big Ted, and you never figure out the last names. Like any coach that has just a nickname that rolls with is usually going to be a good one.
Or just coach. Just call him coach.
I've never just coach. Like, that's not. Hey, mom, coach told me how to run. But which coach? That doesn't help you. You know what? All right, cool. Yeah, so I had a coach, and it was just Big Ted, and I'm not sure if his name was even Ted. It could have been Theodore. It could have been, you know, hopefully it was Ted. But he was a D-line coach, and he was this short, swole, musclehead, like bald head, looked like Terry Crews in my mind, and was just a phenomenal person. You could go to him with anything. I think he played like 2 or 3 years in the league. I'm probably underscoring him. That's my fault, Coach Ted. But he would push you and be your friend as well. Like, he would know how to talk to you. He would know how to treat you. And he was like one of the first guys that sort of treated it like an NFL team. Like, he wasn't there to tell you what to do. He was like, yo, if you don't do it, I'll find somebody else that can. And that mentality is the one that sort of worked for me, as well as my head coach, who's called us all slappies, which I don't think we could say that in 2022.
What kind of advice would you give the student athletes sitting out here today? Just about, not just sports, but life in general.
If you can't have fun, what's the point of doing it? If you can't have fun with not only your sport, if you can't have fun with everything outside of school, what's the point of doing it? That's where I've sort of gotten in my aspect of life is I have 4 beautiful kids. If I can't have fun with them, what am I doing wrong? Like, if I'm trying to teach my son, and albeit he's only 6, so we're just working on our addition here. If I can't have some fun with it and do it with marshmallows, what's the point of doing it? You know, as he gets older, I'm sure I can't do multiplication with marshmallows. I just don't think there's going to be enough marshmallows. But even again, so being in school, you got to find your fun in it. Even if it's a paper, even if it's homework, even if it's a 10-page or 15-page essay because you decided to be an undergrad law study, you got to have your fun in it. Enjoy what you do.
You talk about having fun, and one of the things that when you get your sacks, you have this sack celebration. I'm not sure.
Levels.
Yeah, here we go.
Big levels. There's a little bit of some little. Ah! But, you know.
But can you just kind of tell us, like, you know, how that came about? Or is there a story behind it?
Man, no. So my rookie year, I had 1 sack. Woo! I was accomplished. And a smooth. Luckily, it was just 16 games in. 1 for 17 sounds even worse. But I was talking to Jonathan Vilma, who was a middle linebacker for us, Roman Harper, who was a safety who had gray hair probably out the womb, Like he just, he looked like a grandpa, but he was super, super athletic, so threw you off. And then, there was Will Smith, rest in peace, down there. They were just talking like, hey man, when you get a sack, I can't do it well because Will's from New York, so he had that like whole, hey yo, so let me talk to you, and I don't have that. And then John Vilma, of course, was like, hey bro, when you get a sack, you got to do something. And I was like, thanks, you guys helped me so much. way to open up the lights for me. But then Robin Harper came over and was like, look man, you want to do something that you can rely on each and every time, that's not going to consume too much energy and the fans can sort of get behind. And somewhere in there, again, I had one sack my rookie campaign there. So I had, like 7.5 or 8 my second season. And from there, we've just been stacking. We just sort of figured it out. And I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes I fake the scream.
Well, speaking of sacks, let's talk about Matt Ryan a little bit. You sacked him a whole lot of times.
Do we want to talk about Matt Ryan? He left me. I'm literally like, I'm not even the girlfriend. I'm like the side piece. Like he just left and didn't text me, didn't like leave it. Like he just changed his whole address. That's just rude.
So Matt Ryan, for those who don't know, was the Atlanta Falcons
Matt Ryan is an Atlanta quarterback that was my best friend, except it was one-sided. Me and Matt Ryan have the most sacks between a defensive end and a quarterback in NFL history. I've sacked him 23 times. So not saying much, but he's a quarter of my sacks.
And Cam was getting really close to breaking the great Ricky Jackson's all-time sacks record for the Saints.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer, who always has his Hall of Fame jacket on every time.
Hall of Fame Ricky Jackson. You walk into Ricky Jackson, you can be like, what's up, big fella? Hall of Fame Ricky Jackson. Like, I know you have a deeper voice to me. We get it.
So, I mean, you're close to breaking that record, though. What is that going to mean to you?
How many sacks away? I know you know. I know you know. The advocate always knows.
13?
The advocate does not always know. 8. We're 8 away, and I only know that because I saw it at the end of the season. And I mean, he had 115 here because I think he's old enough where I don't think they started counting sacks his first year. I mean, I literally think that's like one of the rules. They like started in the 80s. I wasn't born yet. But anyways, we're going to break that sack record this year. I've got 107. He's got 115. There's levels, and once we pass 115, we just won't look back. We're gonna probably rest our head somewhere around 130 and see how we feel then.
Cam, everybody just assumes that after football you'll go into TV, and
I'm trying to get into TV now. So after football, I'm just gonna be at the crib. Look, I don't know if you noticed, I'm working now. I'm working my butt off now because eventually I want to be lazy. My goal in life is to just like, Cam, what you do? I did.
Well, Cam, most of these, I would say all of them, but most of them are Saints fans. What can they expect this season?
A lot of winning. We got winners. Let's put on my southern voice real quick. We got dang Jameis Winston. He's a winner. Michael Thomas, have you ever heard of him? He come back healthy. Chris Olave, I call him Lil Chris Olive. I don't, because but he's fast. Look, I got AK, and AK can hurt your defense in so many ways. And honestly, I can't do this no more. We're star-studded, and I love my locker room already. And this is without all the rookies being there as they integrate into our team over the next couple weeks. We're only going to get better and closer. I just went to the Dominican Republic with the D-line. That's how close we are. Like, I actually like them. Like, sometimes you just go to work with people, and you're like, yeah, that's Marcus Davenport over there. Hate that guy. I mean, hey, buddy. We don't do that. Like, we actually go kick it. We eat during season. Like, the defensive line will go out into the city, find a restaurant, sit down, make the rookie pay for it. Like, we bond.
Do you have a favorite teammate?
It was Peyton, because he was paying for everything. Peyton Turner, good guy, great pockets. We loved his credit card. Just kidding, because that's be hazing. We don't haze anymore. We set traditions and we follow them. But no, seriously, if I said, the best teammate I've ever had off the top of my mind, Mark Ingram, we've only been best friends for 12 years. It's probably because when we got drafted together in 2011, he was already here training because he was playing at Bama, winning national championships, and Cal was not going to the post season at all. So I was done by like December. Got drafted, came here, and then again he already had a house. I was trying to figure our situation out, like which hotel's good out here. I don't know. I'm from the West Coast. You see Bourbon Street coming, being in Arizona, so we don't really know too much New Orleans. And I was like, yo, I should probably get a hotel room. And he was like, why spend your money? I got a couch. And I was like, my dude. Been boys ever since.
I think that's probably all of our time, so we appreciate you coming out, Cam, and we'll see you at OTA.
Yeah, I will be there. OTA start tomorrow. I will be there, just like I'm right here. Like it's like I'm in the area. Yep.
Well, let's give Cam another round of applause, and we can stack them up for him.
Rod is a magnificent reporter, but one of the things you'll learn in showbiz, Rod, is that when the conversation is going great, you got to let it keep going, my brother. Right? How about these two right here? Sharing some time with us. Rod Walker and Cam Jordan, thank you so much. Thank you both for sharing with us all of your wonderful stories and insight about life and sports. Truly, truly inspiring. Let's see, I jotted some notes down, and I learned a few things. I learned that Cam owes Matt Ryan a subscription to Omaha Steaks for life. I also learned that marshmallows are an endangered species in his household, it sounds like. I also learned that it costs a lot to be a rookie in the NFL, quite obviously. But you might not have known, and we didn't add this into his introduction, but I think it's absolutely appropriate, and you can tell this because of all of the great community service that Cameron and his wife do all across New Orleans. There's a reason why he is the Saints' two-time NFL Man of the Year award winner. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Are you ready to meet more of the folks that we're here to honor tonight? All right. All of us have grown and thrived in our lives due to the efforts of a mentor or coach. Now it is time for us to introduce our girls and boys Coach of the Year finalists and announce the winners. First up are our girls Coach of the Year finalists. Let's start by watching these videos that feature the three finalists.
When we needed a big bucket, we can always rely on her to knock it down. If we needed a deep three, a short jumper, or a running floater, she was gonna give it to us.
She's really passionate about coaching. Like, a lot of coaches just coach to coach, but you can tell there's a passion behind coaching that she really wants to help us get to the next level, whatever it be in life.
To have a coach who paved the way and did so many things throughout her basketball career, I think that says a lot about who she is to these girls, and honestly it motivates them to want to beat her records and be better than her.
My brothers never play all the time, so I kind of wanted to be in their shadow and do everything they wanted to do. And so basketball was their sport, so I ended up picking it up because of them. And so I ended up going to Southern Lab under Henry Combs. For that moment on, it's just been basketball, basketball, basketball. So just being underneath his wing helped me transition my game, grow. And then next thing you know, I ended up getting a scholarship to play at LSU. My time at LSU was amazing. It would have made it better if I could have won a championship. But the 4-year run for Final Fours helped me prepare to play in the WNBA. So I played 2 years in WNBA and then ended up playing the rest of my career overseas. What made me decide to go into coaching was the fact that I realized I couldn't, not be around basketball, but I knew eventually I was gonna have to retire. The next thing was to talk to Coach Combs to see when he was gonna retire so I could come back and coach at Southern Lab. School started on Monday and I was hired on a Friday. The toughest job about being a head coach, I would say, would be when you have to look your players in your face and you might have to disappoint them. When you don't, succeed or don't accomplish the goal that either you set out individually or you set out as a team. When they do succeed, they do accomplish their goals, The look on their face definitely brings joy. It's something that I've known that they can accomplish, but for them to actually see it themselves and, you know, to hear, Coach, I actually did it, it's definitely meant a lot to me.
What the team takes away from Kristen's coaching is that she has just created an environment with that team that's a whole lot more than gymnastics. And in that environment, they feel like they are part of something greater than they've ever been a part of before. What this woman does is really unparalleled for what others are able to do.
Coach is one of the most caring and loving people I know. She's very funny and she's just always there. She's a really great human.
If I had to describe Coach in one word, it would be motherly, because she will always be there for you no matter what happens. And she's always there to encourage you and push you to do your best.
She's helped me in a lot of different ways, coming to terms with stuff about myself, stress about school. She's just always there for you when you need her, and I really, really appreciate her for that. And I'm gonna miss her a lot when I move out for college.
It's the daily stuff that nobody sees. It's the alarm going off at 5 o'clock every morning and rolling out of bed. It's the working late at night to make sure she's got her grades in. It's those daily things that she does, I think, that sets her apart.
We support each other, we love each other through the ups and the downs, and I think the family atmosphere has really positively impacted us in terms of our numbers and in terms of our success. The toughest part of my job, especially this year, is bonding with my student athletes in a motherly fashion and then seeing them go. I'm so excited to see what the next phase of life has to offer them, but at the same time, I will miss them dearly because each one of them has a little piece of my heart. So.
Okay, one word to describe CV. There's not one word, but I'll use the word coach because to me, coach is caring, optimistic, action, counselor, and humble. And CV fits those words as well as many others to describe her.
CV has been a player, a coach, a mom, and she wants to make sure that the students get all of those things from her. Her knowledge as a player, her long list of knowledge and insight as a coach, and also to know that she cares about them.
The girls are like daughters to her, and that helps them buy into it, I think. I think because she cares so much, they see that, and then knowing how much she knows about the game of volleyball, it just transpires into being a wonderful coach.
And sometimes the nurturing aspect is forgotten in the line of coaching, and she does such a great job of providing a motherly love and caring spirit that shows the girls that beyond volleyball, beyond the school, she cares for them, and that changes people. When you know that your coach would do anything for you because they care about you and they care about your heart, that leaves a lasting impression, and I think she has changed each individual by the love that she's provided them.
I love every day. I tell everyone I don't go to work, I go to school. I don't grow old because I'm always in high school. And each girl that I get the true opportunity and privilege of coaching has always etched on my heart. I call them one of my girls, and they are one of my girls forever. And I truly enjoy coaching. I love the sport of volleyball, but I love each girl I get the chance to coach.
We ask that our finalists join us on stage when your name is called. Our first finalist for Girls Coach of the Year, Southern Lab basketball coach Kiana Cheney. She led her team to a 20-11 record and the school's first LHSAA girls basketball title since 2004. It was the school's first varsity season since 2017-2018. Kiana Cheney. Our second finalist, Baton Rouge High gymnastics coach, Kristen Estorge. She oversees a Baton Rouge High School program that swept the LHSAA boys and girls titles this spring. On top of that, she also hosted the state meet. The fact that the BRHS girls won an LHSAA title in 19 years was a game changer. Congratulations, Coach. And our third finalist, St. Joseph's Academy volleyball head coach, C.V. Miller. Miller coached the Red Stickers to a Division I runner-up last fall. She has 4 LHSAA titles and 5 runner-up finishes, 520 wins at SJA. Her overall record includes 834 wins. Congratulations, Coach. And now, the winner, Kiana Cheney of Southern Lab. Before we bring our Boys Coach of the Year finalists up on stage, let's meet them and hear what they have to say.
You can see the passion in his eyes on Friday nights before the game, and there's a switch that flips. It radiates to our team, and our team they feed off of it, and they're ready to hit the field.
Those speeches have yet to be matched. They're always different. They're the same thing. They don't seem super cliche, where they might have some cliche things that he says in there. It still feels special, and ooh, does it get your blood pumping too.
Some of his pregame talk makes you want to run through a brick wall.
That's the speech that you're waiting for. He gets us all fired up.
Seeing him on Friday nights, doing what he does, being a leader, and obviously outside of the lines, outside of the football field. Just what he does in the community, the respect that he gets from everybody goes to show you how much of a leader he really is.
I think that a player needs to understand that you care about them as a person first before you care about them as one of your players, and that relationship's got to be built very, very early on.
He has a very special connection with each one of us as we are a member of the team, so just having him on our side.
To be able to go to him and have any kind of conversation, whether it's something that you need or anything that you need to talk about from a personal standpoint.
He's just there for us all the time, no matter what it is, whatever we're going through, whatever we're struggling with, no matter how big or how small it is.
Being able to interact with the kids and mean something to the kids, even when they leave the program, is special.
Coach Brew, that's my guy.
They're going to be better men in the future. They're going to be better fathers. They're going to be better husbands. They're going to be better members of our society just by the leadership that he shows and the example that he and his staff show. But he produces a really quality kid, not only athlete, but just a quality person.
A lot of people this year have given our season and our success off to a couple good plays or lucky plays or certain players, but I think that so much of our success has come through what Coach Dyer's instilled in the team the last few years. The attitude and mentality that no one player is bigger than the team, and that attitude and the mindset that he's instilled within me, and that's what I think within the guys, is what has made us so successful.
We were always prepared from Coach Dyer. He did everything for us, always got us prepared. Every single game we felt ready. We had a game plan. I thought everything worked well with what he did.
What I find that works best for him is balance. He's both hard on them, and he tends to be friends with them at the same time.
I would like to thank all my teammates, and especially Coach Dyer, for giving me a position on the team to show what I have and give my everything every game.
I want to thank Coach Dyer for putting up with all of us. We can be a handful at times, we can be annoying, we can yell at each other, but in the end, he knows we're all family, and that's what matters, so thank you so much.
I think the school's lucky to have him. I think the boys are lucky to have him. I know I'm lucky to call him a friend, so it's a great thing for a public school in Ascension Parish to have such an individual in charge of their soccer team.
The coach is the headpiece of the team, but I always like to make a point that the athletes put in the work. And yes, I can watch film, yes, I can come up with practice plans, yes, I can try and coach them in the right direction, but unless the coaching is implemented in the mindset of the athlete and then the athlete puts that mindset into practice, success isn't going to come. I always like to stress that coaches don't play. The players are out there putting in the work and making the program successful.
Coach Sample is a winner. That would be my best description. And I don't just mean on the court, I mean in life. And he kind of, passes that off onto the people, who he's close to and who he's around. He comes in and he wants all his athletes who come up under him to be productive citizens, go to college, get a degree if that's, what benefits you in life, but most of all, be productive enough to take care of your family or your responsibilities that come as you get older in life. It's rubbed off, and I try every day to be better because of him as a coach and then off the court as a father as well.
You would say he's consistent because of his record and winning and being in the number of championships that he had, but I look at consistency as a part of his life. From the time he was in high school as a player and as a coach. He's consistently disciplined, self-disciplined, hard worker, and those are the things that kind of got him where he is today.
The most rewarding thing as a coach for me is just to see that individual go on and be successful in life. Championships will come, that's fine, and the championship of life is what we're trying to teach at Scotlandville. And, just to have these young men to go and be productive citizens in life and able to provide for them and their families. Basketball has brought me so many places. I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to just give something back with this sport, and that to be the basketball gods that may be, that we had so much success. And we still have a little work to do, so it gets better every year, and we just look forward to the next year.
Once again, we'll ask our finalists to join us on stage when your name is called. Our first finalist, Zachary head football coach David Brewerton. Brewerton coached the Broncos to their fourth Class 5A title in the most impressive way. Zachary finished 15-0 and was ranked number 1 in the final Class 5A LSWA poll and the LHSAA's 5A power rankings. He has a 149-win, 43-loss career record, including a 93-16 mark at Zachary. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach David Brewerton. Touchdown soccer coach Marcus Dyer. You are our second finalist. Dyer's Griffins were perhaps the best feel-good story in the LHSA sports this season. As a number 10 seed, they finished as the Division I runners-up to Catholic High, defying the odds with road wins over 3 higher seeds, including traditional powers Jesuit and St. Paul's. And on a personal note, as a soccer coach myself, I can say that this gentleman is one of the rising stars in the coaching ranks, and it is an honor to share the stage with him tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Dyer. Scotlandville basketball head coach Carlos Sample. Sample's Hornets won their 8th LHSAA title in a 13-year span in Louisiana's top class. Scotlandville's win over John Curtis in the Division I final capped off an unprecedented streak of 13 straight title game berths. Scotlandville finished 27-7 under Sample, who now has 662 career wins. Congratulations, Coach Sample. Can you feel a little suspense here? These are like three great coaches. I know I feel it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is great honor to announce the winner, David Brewerton of Zachary. Now we move on to our Team of the Year finalists, many of whom are sitting over here. We will start with our finalists for Girls Team of the Year. But before we bring the teams up to stand in front of the stage, check out these videos about each team.
What makes the team so special this year and pretty much every year is that we're more like a family. It's not just, oh, we're here and we live together. We really build a family around it and know you always have people to turn to during the year. And even whenever we're on our breaks, you know there's always people there for you, which makes it really special and really nice.
Yeah, I want to say that I'm very thankful for Coach Cal and Coach John and everything that they've done for us, all the support they give us, of them believing in us constantly and then always pushing us to go that extra mile, that extra step. Like, I'm very, very appreciative for them.
It is definitely an unbelievable feeling, you know, to think that this little team from Lutcher, Louisiana, could pull something like this off, you know. But of course, we could not be where we are today, like I said, without our coaches. I love my team with all my heart. Y'all are the best, and I don't know what I would do without y'all.
My message to my team is I am so proud of y'all, and I love y'all so much. We would have never made it here without y'all support and y'all lovable messages and y'all just kind. I love y'all.
I'd just like to thank my coaches and my family and all of my teammates for being there for me and supporting me. And congratulations to the rest of the team because we really pushed hard and made everybody proud and brought home another championship.
My message to my girls is that I'm super, super proud of them. They did a great job. And I think they did a great job of distinguishing themselves amongst girls sports, high school sports, and certainly amongst powerlifting teams. Super job, and I'm proud of them.
This team is very special for several reasons. They're young, energetic, definitely keep me on my toes, always wanting to, give me their best and do their best.
I noticed these are not like regular girls. Like, we have talent and we can compete. Now you have people to compete against and get practice to make you better. Our coach she told us, play at practice as if you're playing a different team. Make each other better.
The greatest success we had, I think it was probably after beating Highland Baptist. The whole time we were playing, it was loud, it was a lot of energy, everyone was all smiles, happy.
Highland Baptist, this team was awesome because, like, at first we was down, but we came all the way back and we beat them, and that's what helped us get into the championship game.
State was really fun as well. State, as soon as that clock hit 0-0-0, I really felt it. It was definitely fun. The locker room experience is another thing that I hope our seniors will never forget because I know that was a very, very exciting moment for them.
A lot of talk in the streets in the town were that Southern Lab was a young team, that we had time to develop. But I always tell my kids, what we're not going to do is pass up on opportunities. So if the opportunity presents itself for us to win, we're going to take whatever we got and going to try to win. I told them we're going to take advantage of every opportunity that we get. So we're not going to wait till next year. We're not going to wait till, my 8th grader is a 10th grader or two, we're going to try our best to get a championship this year, and that's what we did. To my girls, I know I'm on them much hard, and I know they probably think that, Coach could be so hard, but I only want the best for them, and I just want them to know that everything I do is for them, it's for their future, and that I love them.
would set apart this team from previous teams, I think, would be our seniors. All 7 seniors ran all 4 years. 6 out of those 7 ran top 7 at one time or another. 5 out of the 7 ran at state at one time or another during their career. And all 7 made academic all-state, which is pretty phenomenal.
We have amazing coaches that believe in us and care for us and know how to train us to be the best, and also have a good bond. We trust them to bring us to victory, and it's worked over the years because we've won about 5 state championships in a row, so I think that's something really special.
I think something that sets us apart from the other teams is our determination to win and our willingness to push through the toughness of cross country to be on top.
We really push ourselves in everything that we do. We practice 7 days a week. We go to 2-hour practices every day. We push ourselves to get over 30 miles a week. There's not a lot of teams that do that. We just push ourselves to our full potential, and it really pays off. Cross country's been such an amazing experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, and the people that I've met through it are always going to be by my side, and I'll forever be thankful.
Congratulations on a great season. We really, I think this has been our best ever. Our word of the year was promise, and that came about just because the team from top to bottom just held so much promise. Our seniors lived that throughout the season, and I think that the promise of this team is going to carry over to next year and the year after.
Finalists, we ask that you come and stand in one of the designated areas here in front of the stage when we call your team's name. Our first finalist, the Lutcher High Powerlifting Team. When you can say a team has won 15 state titles in a row, is there any reason to say much else? Well, there are 2 important points to note. The Bulldogs dominated the LHSAA's Division III by placing first in more than half the weight classes in 2022. Also, Lutcher's string of titles began before the LHSAA sanctioned powerlifting as one of its sports. Congratulations, Lutcher! Our second team finalist, the St. Joseph's Academy Cross Country Team. We're going to give them a minute. You cannot talk about cross-country excellence in Louisiana without putting the red stickers in the same sentence. SJA has won the last 6 Class 5A cross-country titles. The red stickers always have a deep and balanced team, as you can see on the floor in front of us tonight. SJA also has not lost a Louisiana-based meet since the middle of 2016, an unbeaten streak of 5.5 years. Congratulations, ladies. And our third team finalist, Southern Lab Girls Basketball Team. The Kittens truly were a Cinderella story. Southern Lab had not fielded a varsity girls team since 2017-2018 due to small numbers. The squad that featured several middle schoolers and underclass players took some lumps early, but then they took Division IV by storm, winning the LHSAA title, the school's first since 2004. Congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, our team of the year, the Lutcher Powerlifting Team. Now we move on to our boys' team of the year finalists. And we invite you to watch these videos to get a feel for who these teams were and what made them successful.
This year, without a doubt, every time we stepped on the field, it felt like you were going to war with your family. I think that that attitude and that mindset was what able to set us up to be so successful when playoffs were able to come around.
And we have a great group of guys. They're all willing to work for not themselves, but for each other and for the coach, and that really makes this team special.
Everyone on our team had each other's backs. No matter what went on in the games and practices, on or off the field, we always had each other's backs. That just helped us play so together and strong.
We really all fight for each other, and that's probably the best part about this team this year.
Every practice was intense, but every practice was filled with joy and just love for the game and enjoyment of being out there on the field with each other. And you can't build a successful program if the players don't feel every connection. That is intensity, that is commitment to each other, that's the joy of laughing and enjoying each other's company and camaraderie. And I think that is a big difference that played into our success this year because it cultivated the idea that, as Jackson said, once we stepped on the field, we were stepping on the field with our brothers.
The leaders on our team really motivated us in practices and made it known that we need to work together and give our all.
Every single day, every practice, every workout we had in soccer PE, it was all super, super focused. Like, do your workout, you do your practice right, and it's going to set us up for success.
Dutchtown is just built differently so they peak at the right time. And when they reach that point where they're pushed to the edge, they're able to perform when other teams tend to fade off.
It's been an amazing journey, and I know that as the players move forward into their careers as older adults, they'll never forget these moments, because I definitely haven't as a player previously, and now as a coach to also have that. It's just been an incredible ride, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other group of boys. It's just been such an honor.
The best thing about this team was that it was just that. It was a team. They genuinely care about each other, genuinely happy for each other, and that in itself, helped them to galvanize and overcome a lot of obstacles.
What I think makes our team so special is I think our chemistry. We all hang out with each other off the court, and then coming on the court, we all work hard together.
With the relationship that we have on the court and off the court, just took us so far. Because we was able to encourage each other, we was able to push through hard moments and tough moments by being with each other. When we had doubters, we believed in ourselves.
And when you have guys that genuinely have love for each other, it makes it easy to become a team, and it makes it an easy group of individuals to coach.
We really knew before the season started that we really had enough to get it done.
This group of guys didn't realize the challenge that they had in front of them. Every night, we don't get an off night. Every night we're somebody's championship game. And these guys had to kind of see that, with the little low part early in the year, but they had to see that, and they met the challenges.
Me, Jalen, and Dez being in the 7th grade playing at middle school together, all the way to being seniors, winning a state championship with somebody you play basketball with for that long was a real good experience to have and a good story to tell later on in life.
Yeah, I coach them hard and drive them hard, but at the end of the day, each and every one of them knows that I love them, I know they love me, and I know they love each other.
I'm just super proud of them. I'm always around the kids, always have words of encouragement, but I want to let them know I am so proud of what they've accomplished in the last 4 years.
Sometimes when you have some super talented players, it's hard for the team to mesh well. But this team loved working together. They were all going for a common goal, and you can see it on a daily basis, starting way back from last offseason.
We could lean on each other to get through things. If the offense was down, defense would come in and step in. If defense was down, offense could step in. So we just had that type of bond that couldn't nobody break.
Every team is going to spend a lot of time together on the field. But not every team has that same bond, the same tight family relationship outside the field, off the practice field.
Those guys in that locker room from this past year, we're really family.
You know, everybody that wins championships probably has good senior classes. This one, really high character group of guys. They were about to finish up and graduate from our school and be the first class since I got there that wasn't going to put a ring on their finger. They talked about that a lot, you know, wanting to make sure that they got to join that club, right? And so being able to watch those guys play in the Louisiana Superdome to finish their season out, that's the kind of character that I'm talking about with our guys. You know, believe that they were going to win and they were going to fight tooth and nail all the way down to the end of it, and that's what we did.
The Dome was amazing. I remember the first practice that we had, walking out onto the field, it's like,
Pulling up, getting off of the buses, walking under the tunnel, it really felt like I was an NFL player, to be honest.
Finally be able to experience that with the guys I've been playing with for 4 or 5 years, all the way back to middle school and all that stuff, it was a really fun experience.
Just looking around thinking, hey, you know, I made it. I'm in the state championship game. We're playing in the Superdome was a dream come true for everybody.
It's so special for the kids. I mean, to be able to play in the Superdome and win a championship and bring another one back to Zachary, that was the best part.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to watch those videos and learn a little bit more about these teams and what made them successful. It's now time to bring the finalists up to the front of the stage. Let's first begin with the Dutchtown soccer team. As we heard during their coach's introduction, the Griffins were the underdogs, but they certainly didn't play that way. Dutchtown was a 10 seed, but defeated 3 New Orleans teams, including traditional powers Jesuit and St. Paul's, on the road to advance to the LHSAA's Division I final for the first time in school history. Congratulations, Griffins! Here's another team with a rich tradition, Madison Prep basketball. The Chargers were once again one of Baton Rouge's elite teams all season. They dominated the Class 3A competition in impressive fashion, including a 57-38 victory over Wassman in the title game. Madison Prep finished 29-6 this season. The Chargers have now won 8 titles over the last decade. Congratulations! And we make room for the Zachary Broncos football team. The Broncos earned all kinds of superlatives while winning their 4th Class 5A title in 7 seasons. That feat is a rare one in Louisiana's top class. Zachary went undefeated, finishing 15-0 with a title game victory over Ponchatoula at the Caesars Superdome. Congratulations, Broncos! Get everybody in place. Almost. And our winner, ladies and gentlemen, of our boys' team of the year, the Zachary football team.
Hi, I'm Mike Race, and I'm so excited to be here with you this evening to present our Special Olympics Athlete of the Year awards. These awards recognize two of the best athletes in the area who have demonstrated courage and excelled in their sports while sharing joy with their families and their schools and other athletes. These Special Olympians get to participate in local programs and show off their hard work. They can then advance to state and even national games. Congratulations to both of tonight's honorees. Your achievements and your sportsmanship make you a deserving winner.
Thank you very much. This is the fourth year that the Advocate has had the honor of recognizing Special Olympics athletes from our area. Your accomplishments are so very amazing. Check out this video of our girls' winner.
Competitions and athletics bring out the best in people, sometimes the worst. With Sydney, it's definitely the best. She focuses, she tries hard, she brings the people around her up and encourages them to do better.
The first time I knew something was special, extra special about Sydney, we go to Healing Place Church and they had a big extravaganza thing for them, I believe at Christmas, and she won a gift card that had a Christmas tree on it. Well, I told her what it was worth. It's about $100. And asked her what she wanted to do with it, and she wanted to buy gifts for all the kids in her class. There's lots of qualities you can wish for in your kids, knowing that that is her number one quality, is her heart and her willingness to serve others and to give is tremendous as a mom.
While Sydney does have limitations, I think Sydney has way more drive and motivation to become something amazing. I am so excited to get to see her every day through her high school career, and I honestly cannot wait to see what she does from there.
I like to do gymnastics because it's fun. It was really fun because I love competing against my friends, and it's the best. It felt good to be with my friends and to win the medal.
My most favorite thing about Sydney is that she sees the best in everyone. She is what the world should aspire to be. She doesn't see color. She doesn't see fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, or whatever the world thinks of those things. She loves everyone. I think we could all stand to learn a lot from her.
The girl we are honoring tonight did not start competing in Special Olympics events right away. But once she did, she was all in. Her favorite sport, as you heard, is gymnastics, but she also enjoys track and field and bowling. Even though she loves to compete, the thing that she values the most are the friendships that she has made along the way. After one race, she's told her mother that she slowed down so that one of her friends might win. That is what makes Special Olympics special. We welcome our Special Olympics Girls Athlete of the Year, Sydney Ryland Mie of East Ascension. Up next is a video presentation featuring our boys' winner.
Competing in Special Olympics for Luke has impacted him in ways that excels his abilities to relate to others and to be a team player. When he walks into a room or he walks into a new situation, it throws him off. And so when he can go onto a field, he has that confidence level. I highly recommend Special Olympics to all our special athletes. It teaches them team play, or to be a team player. It also helps them to build self-confidence and to be with others at their own levels and to excel.
He's an awesome young man. He's going to do great. He's going to go very far with the Olympics. Keep on going, keep on winning, and do your best in everything you do. Be brave and be strong.
Participating in Special Olympics, I think, is helping Luke to realize his potential. It's helping him to achieve goals that he might not ordinarily think that he could accomplish. Luke is an extremely hard worker, and he does not back down from a challenge.
Luke is a wonderful young man. He strives every day to be the best he can be. If everybody in this world could understand what it takes for this young man to get through the course of his day, they would be just, I'm telling you, it would be something that people need to learn. Because this guy just makes me feel better as a person every day. Just seeing him every day makes me smile, just being around him.
I like to swim a lot. I use backstroke, freestyle, and beef stroke. I thank my mom, Christian, and Mandy.
Keep being you. Luke, you need to be you. You are truly an amazing guy. You're smart, you're competitive, and you're truly the bravest person I know. So I really want you to know that Mom loves you, and I hope you always will be you, true to yourself.
Come on up, young man. We're going to give him a proper name announcement, just like everybody else, even though he sprinted from his chair as soon as that video was over. Over the years, he has put together quite a resume. Swimming is his favorite sport. He has excelled in winning awards on both the local and state levels. He also competes in many other sports, including horseshoes, track and field, and bowling. Our star of stars, Special Olympics Boys Athlete of the Year, Luke Paul Young of Santa Ma. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for these amazing Special Olympics athletes. Now it is time for the final two awards of the night. The Advocates 2022 Girls Athlete of the Year and the 2022 Boys Athlete of the Year. At this time, we ask Jewel Fourier, owner-realtor of Weikert Realty, the 2022 Girls Athlete of the Year sponsor, to join us on stage.
Hi, I'm Jewel Fourier, real estate agent and owner of Weikert Realtors Turnkey. I grew up around the amazing women of LSU Gymnastics, raised by Dee Dee Bro, the head coach for many years. She taught me the importance of pride, passion, and purpose, which my team at Weikert Realtors practices every day. That's why we're honored to sponsor the Girls Athlete of the Year Award. Congratulations to all the athletes here tonight.
Let's meet our three finalists for Girls Athlete of the Year. First, through a series of short video interviews that you're going to really enjoy.
I frequently go to a lot of the boys' games, and Izzy was at her brother's game. Izzy was shooting on the other court, and I noticed that she was very good. I noticed that she was shooting only with boys. I immediately told my other coach, I texted her on my phone, I said, we gotta get her right now, and the rest is history. Extremely proud to be your coach, and I know that I will always be here to support you whatever step you go to.
The confidence that she portrays when she walks into the room, I hadn't seen it before. There was something about her that she just carried with her. And I said, you know, that girl's gonna be something. She's gonna be a difference maker for us here at Episcopal, and she was. I would say going into her sophomore year, That's when I started asking, okay, you know, you could be something. I didn't want her off the court. She was that player for us.
She's inspiring, you know, for me being older, she inspired me when we played together. She inspired me to work harder. Girls at our school, the younger girls, they come and they watch her play and, you know, they want to be like her. I see big things for her. Obviously go and play for a wonderful coach, Kim Mulkey, but also a wonderful school. So it's going to be really exciting, and I'm always going to watch her and support her and be a fan.
My family and friends motivate me, and my teammates motivate me just because of their support and the bonds that we have. It's a good moment to just take a step back and realize how far I've come since I was a freshman and even in middle school, and just account for the hard work that I put in and know that it's not ending right here, and I still have so many more things to accomplish and do.
We have a quote that we use that says, "It's easier for me to show you than tell you." And Jaden lives by that. I could see her changing the world. And I don't say that about many people. I could see her really, truly impacting people's lives.
Without sounding gooey, she's just a really good kid, you know, and every kid that we've ever had that's succeeded well has been like her. And she's just a great attitude, real good work ethic, humble, you know, just a good kid.
To have her as a friend and teammate, it's anything a person can dream of.
With her marks, and she can go anywhere she wants in the country for college, and it's going to take her places. And I would not be surprised to see her on a USA team someday just because she has that drive. She's a special human being, and her mom has done a phenomenal job raising her and her two sisters.
I love your spirit. I love your smile. Keep up the good work and keep pressing forward, because you have the ability to do whatever you want to do. But other than that, JJ, I love you, and I think you're going to be very great.
What motivates me is my mom, and then the people around me depending on me. They think that I'll go far in it, go to the Olympics with track, which is what I hope, what I want to do in the future. It feels amazing, you know, coming from a small family in a small town mostly, seeing that like I can actually get somewhere in life with sports and academics is a great opportunity.
She's proof that you can still have the athlete that can be a multi-sport athlete and excel at all those sports. She's excelled in basketball, in gymnastics, she's been the state all-around champion. And right now, you know, in track and field, she's the #1 pole vaulter in Class 5A, #2 in the state, where she finds the time to do all three and excel at all three and still be a good student. And that's just, you know, just everything a coach could ask for.
The type of person that she is, she brings out the best in me, even as a coach. She probably doesn't know that, but the time I spent in preparation and preparing game plans and scouting reports was because I knew a player like Ava Riche was going to give, you know, the program and the school everything that she had, you know, in her heart and soul. So she doesn't know, but she's made me a better coach in so many aspects, in so many ways, and I do appreciate that from her.
I hope Ava, in her future endeavors, gets everything that she wishes for. And if work ethic and competitiveness and her desire to perform at the highest level has anything to do with it, she will succeed wherever she goes.
The success really motivates me the most. Like I would say I'm very competitive. I really like winning. I really like doing well. So that really motivates me to do better. It really feels good to be nominated for this. I mean, it's a very big accomplishment. I'm proud of it. My coaches really helped me get here, all my teammates, you know, I just want to thank all of them for everything they do for me. And I feel good about it.
Let's ask our finalists to come up to the stage when your name is called. We'll start with Episcopal's Izzy Besselman. Besselman was a two-sport standout for the Knights. She was voted the outstanding player on the All-Metro team for Division III and below after leading Episcopal to its first LHSAA tourney berth since 2015. She compiled 341 kills, 185 digs, and 50 service aces. Congratulations, that's a lot. She then averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds in a game while leading the Knights to the first LHSAA girls basketball title game berth in school history. She is headed to LSU, where she will be a preferred walk-on in basketball. Congratulations, Izzy Besselman. Our second finalist, Jaden Jackson of Zachary. Jackson was a record-setting powerlifter and also was one of Louisiana's top track and field throw specialists, as you saw. This junior was our star of stars and was the outstanding lifter on the heavy platform in Division I at the LHSAA Championships with a total lift of 1,085 pounds that included a deadlift of 440 pounds and a bench press of 255 pounds. In track, her discus throw of 146 feet 10 inches was the state's best in 2022, and her shot put throw of 44.9 ranked second. Congratulations, Jaden Jackson. And our third finalist, Ava Riche of St. Joseph's Academy. Riche has made her mark in 3 sports. In basketball, she helped her team advance to the Division I semifinals and was the District 5-5A defensive MVP. She averaged 7.3 points, 3.7 steals, and 3.2 assists. In gymnastics, she had the 3rd best score on floor exercise and was number 4 on vault in level 10, the highest level. The Texas A&M track signee had a pole vault PR of 13 feet that ranked 2nd in the state in all classes, and she also was ranked 3rd in the state in the long jump and 5th in the triple jump. Congratulations! And it's my honor to reveal the Advocates 2022 Girls Athlete of the Year, Ava Riche, St. Joseph's Academy. And now we ask Tracy White, Public Affairs Specialist for Cox, our 2022 Boys Athlete of the Year title sponsor, to join us on stage. Welcome, Tracy.
On behalf of Cox Communications, we are proud to be the presenting sponsor of tonight's Male Athlete of the Year. At Cox, we are about advancing technology so that you can enjoy every play, every catch, and every win. Congratulations to all the 2022 stars.
Well, what a great night it has been, and now we're down to our final award. Before we bring our finalists for the Advocate 2022 Boys Athlete of the Year on stage, let's hear some more about them in these great videos.
As a child and young athlete, Herman was very competitive, wanting to try to get it done, was not scared of a challenge. He always felt like he can do anything. I think what sets him apart from many other athletes is his ability to try to make people around him better. I would just like to tell him we're proud of him, we love him, keep staying positive, keep being a force multiplier. We want to send a message to him that we're all behind him.
This young man is determined. His future is going to be very, very bright, and nothing is going to be able to hold him back. You can either be in the pack or you can separate yourself from the pack. It's easy to be average, but you have to make some sacrifices to be the best, and he's made a ton of sacrifices. I want you to continue to surround yourself with positive people that teaching the same morals and values that your mother and father has taught you. Just accomplish the sky. I mean, you're a young man, just continue to grow, and don't forget about the old ball coach.
when I'm on the football field or basketball court or baseball field, it's nothing else there but me and my teammates and that ball. And when it's go time, it's go time. I don't have nothing else to think about but that. What motivates me is my little brother. My little brother, he looks up to me, and also my mom, my dad, because they put a lot of time and effort for me to be who I am today, and I can't let them down. My favorite memory from this past year is winning the championship, not only in football, but as well as basketball. Being up for a finalist for the Male Athlete of the Year award, it means a lot to me because I know how much work I put in, I know how much time and effort I put in. I know the type of athletes that are produced by the Advocate and are in the Advocate, and it's just an honor for me to be in the conversation with those athletes as well.
It's rare that you have a kid that plays all three sports, much less somebody that excels in all three, and that's Kobe Dennis.
Anything he put his name on, he's gonna do it with 100% effort. You know, he didn't shortchange anything. This is my 15th year in the school system, and it's not often we run across kids we just keep. I wish he never could graduate, you know, because he's just a kid that you just dream of.
He is the definition of a coachable kid. He's yes sir, he's no sir. If I asked him to do something, his response was, no problem, yes sir, I'll take care of it.
You know, and he's just a great teammate, just a great guy, always motivated, just always positive, never had a bad day.
He not only leads vocally, but by example. You know, the way his work ethic, whether we're in the cages or fielding ground balls, you know, he wants to be the best at whatever he does.
He's just a great kid overall, you know, great student athlete. He's the definition, he's the epitome of a student athlete.
What motivates me is my family. They continue pushing me to be a better student athlete, student before athlete, and my friends steady pushing me to be a better me.
Kobe, just keep your work ethic as you have now, and whatever you decide to do in life, you know, whether it's go and play college athletics, which I know you're probably going to end up doing, or, you know, whether you want to be an astronaut or a doctor, I know you're going to be successful doing that.
You know, Coach Jones always got to say a little stuff, but I no longer can say anything about me because you are the star of stars right now, man. Today is your day. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
I'm just happy to be here. I'm proud that I stuck through it, through all the hard work, the long practices, late nights studying for school in the morning. I'm just happy. I'm blessed.
I think the one thing that sets Bryce apart from other athletes is he's so competitive. And I know, you know, a lot of people talk about, you know, where everybody's competitive. But he's more than just, you know, competitive on the field. I mean, he's competitive whether we're working in the weight room, whether we're in the cages, whether we're working on the field. He's always trying to compete, and I think he's really relentless, and it's definitely his desire to be the best has really stood out this year.
He's great to his teammates, great to his coaches, and he really fights on that field.
Sometimes he was kind of laid back. He let the upperclassmen lead, and this year he really took on a big role as a leader.
You know, working with younger guys, really taking up for the underclassmen and trying to be that mentor, that leader.
My motivation is the kids I see around school, from kindergarten to 7th, 8th graders. I know they look up to me, and that's really motivating for me because I get to be their role model. You know, sometimes as baseball, football players, athletes, we don't give ourselves enough credit, and you know, being named one of the top 3, it gave me a lot of confidence. Big congrats to Bryce, hard worker, really made our family proud for him and his teammates that helped him along the way, and I'm super proud of him.
Keep doing your thing, Bryce. I mean, you've been a great athlete. Don't ever give up. Keep chasing your dreams.
I would just tell Bryce is to continue that love and that passion and that desire and that work ethic, and you know, just keep your head down and lead by example, and people will follow. And I think, you know, tonight he's being recognized for being such a great leader and such a great person.
Well, would our first finalist, Southern Labs' Herman Brister III, join us on stage? Brister earned All-State and All-Metro honors after helping the Kittens win the Division IV football title. On defense, he had 103 tackles, 7 sacks, and 5 interceptions. He also caught 43 passes for 620 yards and 8 touchdowns. In basketball, he was a key reserve on a team that won the school's first boys basketball title since 2005. He averaged 6 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists per game. Then he moved on to baseball, where he just batted .533 with 3 homers and 27 RBIs. Congratulations, Herman Brister III. Our second finalist, proudly representing the West Side, Plaquemines' Colby Dennis. Dennis was another athlete who stayed busy all year long. He led Plaquemine to the district's 7-4A title and a regional playoff berth in football as a linebacker by recording 116 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries. After football, he averaged 12.2 points, 8.6 rebounds a game for a Green Devil team that also made the regional playoff round. In baseball, he was a key starter, batted .418, 12 doubles, 2 home runs, 37 RBIs. Congratulations, Colby Dennis. Bryce Leonard of Ascension Catholic, it's your turn to join us on stage. Leonard has been a 3-year starter in both football and baseball for the Class 1A Division IV Bulldogs. He was the district's 7-1A offensive MVP in football last fall as a junior after setting a single-season school record, 1,840 passing yards and 21 touchdowns in just 9 games. In baseball, he played for a team that was the number 2 seed in Division IV and advanced to the quarterfinals. He was 6-3 with a 2.90 ERA and 80 strikeouts with a win over 3A runner-up Berwick, and he batted .379. Congratulations, Bryce Leonard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to award the Advocates 2022 Boys Athlete of the Year, Bryce Leonard of Ascension Catholic. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible night that we've had. How about a round of applause for these marvelous groups of athletes, coaches, and teams? We would like to thank everybody, everyone honored here tonight, along with families, for sharing their athletic gifts and stories with us. Also, one final thank you to our incredible sponsors who made tonight possible. And a point of privilege, please. It's been an honor to serve as your MC tonight. I want to also thank Robin, Emily, and John Balance for inviting me back again for the 4th year to conduct these wonderful, wonderful awards. And I hope that you'll give me a follow on Twitter at LSU Gym Voice. And until next season, please drive carefully.
So what's your name and what sport do you play? I'm Ava Riche and I play basketball, gymnastics, and track.
Jason Langley and I do powerlifting.
DJ Primo and I play baseball at Central High.
It's Grace Toller and I play volleyball.
Xavier Walshday and I play for Dutchtown Soccer.
Della Johnson and I play for Letcher High School powerlifting.
It's Kalia Crumpton and I play volleyball.
Never been here. It's a great environment, you know, to be able to see the other honorees and the great work that they've done.
I'm going to be playing at Southeastern Louisiana University. I'm most excited to get this award and celebrate with my sisters and my friends.
I'm really excited. Didn't think I would be here, but I'm really excited to be here.
It was more than I would have expected, honestly. I'm very excited to be here.